Hey y'all, today I'm here at the Historic Westville Village in Columbus, Georgia. It's an 1850s period uh, town that was moved here to Columbus in 2013. It should be interesting. Y'all go with me, let's take a look. I got my ticket and there's a sidewalk leading around. Beautiful day. Check out that sky. Nice cool day. Perfect for being out. They're still in the process of moving some of the buildings here, and some of them are not accessible, but it's still really nice to look at it from the outside. That's quite a house there. The old separate kitchen in the back, just in case there was a fire. The entire house would not burn to the ground. Like this building, it's temporarily closed for renovation. So they're still moving some here. So in probably a year or two, there'll be a lot more out here to see. We have interpreters here that will give you some history. Actually have a working blacksmith. Let's go take a look.
Fire one time, bring it back up to non-critical. That means it's so hot, it's 22, right below 2200 degrees, where magnet won't stick to it. And then I just allow it to sit. What it is when I heat that metal up, the molecules inside go crazy like they do in a microwave. They're just running everywhere. And when I quench it, it freezes them right where they're at. And you want them to be even. Well, while they're moving around, bumping against each other, they're not even. So they become hard. Now, if I cool it slow, if I heat it up real slow and I stick it in the ground over here, it'll slow down, they'll spread out evenly, they'll solidify where they are. And keep doing that until you get to what we call a
Adam's Clothier and Fine Fashions. Go take a look in there. Yes, please.
This was originally a general store built at a stagecoach stop in the 1830s. All sorts of different things. It's a relatively big general store. His son Henry Beeley. And then when Henry Beeley left for Texas, he sold it again. It was later given to his great grandson, J.B. Adams, which is where it gets its name as the Adams Millinery. We have reinterpreted it into a fashion store, as we have another general store. Right now, we have a bunch of different tools on display for making things. And go ahead and ask, and feel free to touch anything.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. It was a little bit out of style.
Just a little bit. It might. Just by a couple of years.
Be right the one you actually want.
Imagine how much work was involved.
Oh, it was quite a bit.
Oh my goodness.
A fun fact about that, have you heard anything about John Ward West so far?
Only what I read.
He is the founder of Westville.
Yeah.
He was the one who gathered up all the buildings and all the tools, started to collect things to create the village. That is his grandmother's loom. My apologies.
Oh, okay.
And it is believed to be the loom that inspired him to continue crafts and the traditions of the village.
We hope to get it working soon. Then we can actually demonstrate how the loom works.
A old sewing machine. They would have actually been new at the time. So underneath this protective box, we have.
You know, my mother actually had a machine that was very similar to that. It was a little more modern. It didn't have the foot pedal. It actually had, but it had the wheel, but it had a motor that had been put on, made by Singer. Same design. It was the same. I think it originally probably did have the foot pedal because it was the same, but it collapsed into the
The table?
the table,
Yeah.
and you can use that as a table. Then you could flip that up and pull it up and put a piece down and use the sewing machine.
Yeah.
It's amazing how they actually would have moved these buildings. I don't know if they disassembled some of them or if they moved them intact, especially that first house, that huge house. When I first came in, I can't see them moving that as a whole piece, a whole structure, but well, I guess anything's possible. I don't know if you can see that roof or not, but with the sun, but that's the old wood shingled roof. Here we have the Climax Presbyterian Church. Kind of an odd name for a church, but go in and take a look. Old wooden pews, I guess that's the bell rope. For people to worship on Sunday morning. I don't know if the pews are original or if everything in here is original. I know a lot of the furniture is from the period, but not necessarily original to the buildings. Piano. As you can tell, I can't play. All right, let's go up in the pulpit. Looking out over the congregation on Sunday morning. Now the preacher stood quite a bit higher than his congregation. Of course, this was pre-electricity. I doubt that was the only light that they had in here, and I doubt that that's actually the light that was in the building, but I'm sure they had probably some kerosene lanterns, candles, what have you in here. They have the bell rope and then a rope on a pulley to lower the bell rope. Next, we'll take a look at the West Wood shop here.
Essentially, the master would have a chisel or a sharp object, and the apprentice would be spinning it with a.
I believe I'd rather be the one with the chisel.
I would be.
I don't think I would want that job. I bet whoever turned that didn't need any gym, didn't need to go to the gym. Yeah, that's pretty. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. That's pretty amazing.
Also be a two-man job. With the apprentice and with the life would be cramped.
Yeah, well, that was not quite as bad as the lathe.
Oh yeah. And what's cool about this one, if you look on the bottom, right here on this side, this came from the old Columbus Iron Works.
Okay.
Now, this would be filled with.
And we have another church here. This one is Damascus Methodist Church. Let's walk in and take a look at it. Oh. Hello. You gonna preach a sermon?
I can tell you about the building though.
Okay.
As you can see, it's not entirely made like kind of barn-like, and the inside has this Italian or homage to it. You can see where during the preservation we did repaint. However, we also did keep this piece of board
Okay.
completely the same, kind of reference back to his original work, showing like the different brush strokes and also the fading of paint over time. When you look up, you can obviously see the beautiful marbling effect that would have been incredibly hard at the time to do while on a ladder. Which ironically was not done with just a brush. It was actually used by taking kerosene and pulling it under wet paint so the smoke rose.
Ah. Hmm.
Um, as most buildings, everything in this church it's
Had to pump his old pump organ, huh?
yeah, and it's very cool. It's singing, reading, and like playing all at the same time.
Like everything from this period was so much more difficult than we have it today. I was just in the wood shop, and the old lathe that you had to turn, and
Yeah. You can also notice that we have
the old heater, the wood burning stove. Do any of these buildings, do they rent them out for, say, weddings or what have you? If somebody wanted to do that here, or?
I think we do events sometimes, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I'm not planning on getting married. I mean, I'm already that married, but I was just curious.
But you have this beautiful cast iron. This is cast iron. Oh my god. Anyway, heater that they would normally put right.
That's coal, right? That's an old coal heater.
Yes.
Yeah.
They would usually put this in the middle, but we very heavy, and it was really like people.
Yeah. I don't think that heater would have done a whole lot to heat this building. It would have helped a little bit, but I don't think it would have done a whole lot.
It also originally had legs.
I think I can really say about the interpreters here. They're very knowledgeable and very, very friendly.
Okay. So instantly you kind of walk in this place. And while the Damascus church was more used for the very community, like more support, this was the place you went for gossip and your mail, as well as your daily needs. So, you can kind of look around here, you can enjoy the scenery. And if you have any questions about specific objects, I can help you within moderation. Again, this is not my normal station.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I see a lot of things that we had similar growing up.
Oh yeah.
That
I grew up with cast iron a lot of the time, so I used to know how to. I still do. I actually was going to I think it's feeding it, but like where you like put oil on it, you cook it.
really interesting. I love the old bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to like to try to find old bottles when I was young and collect them. But that's very familiar. My mother had one of these too. I don't think she ever used it. I think we used it as a doorstop. But I do remember one being in the house when I was growing up.
Kind of just put them in random places. When we initially made them, we had them stuffed in our aprons and just like carrying them around like they were our babies. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the single home.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You don't mind me recording, do you?
Oh no.
Okay.
You're welcome to record, take photos. We just have to not use flash.
Oh yeah.
We can start this room if you like. We can start this room.
Okay.
I can kind of like start here because it's easier this way.
Okay.
So this is the single house. This is the parlor room. It was built in 1838 by Johann Singer for his wife Louisa. They were German immigrants who actually met in Baltimore. He was a shoemaker, which actually he was a specific kind called a quartz rhino, which you will find more out about at the boot shop next door to us. This is the parlor room where they would entertain a guest and also show off their wealth and status. They were considered middle class, so this was and around this like area, middle class is actually considered quite wealthy. The singers had 11 children, 7 girls, 4 boys.
Good grief.
In a lot of the bedrooms, there's not that many windows. So this right here is actually an original piece from the Singer family.
Okay.
There is quite a few original Singer pieces around this home. I think one of the cribs in here is that painting in this desk. The study room, playroom. The room used for everything else. The one thing about this home is we're not just talking about the Singer family, we're talking about all families of the frontier. So how they lived, how they cook, and everything. While we do have an interpretation of the kitchen, historically, the kitchen would be outside with the oven,
Yeah.
oven or like just the table because of fire hazards.
Fire, yeah, keep from burning the entire house down in case the kitchen caught on
Yes.
fire. Yeah.
You are welcome to look in here as well. As you can see, a lot of these clay pots, they would be stuffed with cotton to hold and keep sealed some of the vegetables. The vegetables will be dried or this quilt right here is made by a volunteer. It is handmade. She specialized seeds. It's an original piece from Johann Singer, and he used this thread to sew together his shoes.
Well, thank y'all for coming along with me today. Just a brief walkthrough on and a little history on Historical Westville Village. I enjoyed it, and I'm sure I'm going to come back, spend a little bit more time, learn a little bit more about the history. Thank y'all again. Thank y'all for watching. If you're a returning viewer, I appreciate you coming back to watch the video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and I appreciate you all. Y'all have a good day.